What's going on, guys? We're doing a video right now about the best gifts for the vinyl enthusiast in your life, or let's be honest, yourself. This could be a great video for the holidays. I've never done one of these before, but I thought this would be a good time to kind of share all the things that I use on a day-to-day basis as a vinyl fan that hopefully you or the people in your life that love vinyl could appreciate. And this is not really a video that needs to be just for the holidays. This could be for any time of year, but I thought it'd be a good time to aggregate all the things that I've talked about on this channel that I still stand behind and give you some great ideas for the holidays and beyond. So all the links will be in the description of stuff I'm talking about. And if you have any thoughts or questions about them, please leave a comment below. And if you have any other things that would be great gifts that I did not talk about, also leave a comment with those. Let's talk about them category to category. Let's begin. Turntables. Everyone always asks about the best turntables. And I could probably do a video on that alone, but let's touch on it on this video. So as you guys know, I'm very strong in my belief that you shouldn't get someone a turntable that does not have a counterweight and anti-skate. That allows you to properly adjust the tone arm so that you are not going to have records that skip without meaning to skip. It allows you to more easily change the cartridge out because you can readjust the tone arm for whatever tracking weight that cartridge needed to be at. So for me, the cheapest turntable that has a counterweight and anti-skate is the Target Heyday. They're selling out at a lot of places, especially around the holidays. I did a video about it. Maybe that helped them sell it out. I don't know. But if you can find one, whether it's aftermarket or at Target, go to the site, go to the link, go check it out. It's a great budget option, around $100. I will say though, if you're hoping to get someone into vinyl in a bigger way, it is worth saving up and getting one of the next options, because I do think that despite the fact that it has the bare minimum requirements, there's definitely some elements that are cheaper and not going to be long lasting. For $250, which is the starter table range I usually recommend for someone that isn't just going to be hyper casual about it and, actually want to spend money on records and learn about why people love vinyl, it is the Fluence RT81. Has a built-in preamp. You can just put it into some powered speakers. You're good to go. Great build quality. It looks really nice. No, they don't sponsor me, but I do sing the praises of their stuff because I do think that they are worthy of it. If you want to spend $500, the Fluence RT85 is even better. It comes with a really nice plussed up cartridge, the Ortofon Blue. It has an acrylic platter. This does not have a built-in preamp, so you will have to get another phono stage, but that is, I think, the best turntable under like $700 in my opinion. And then if you have a lot of money to spend, I love my Clear Audio concept. I've been a fan of it for a very long time. It hasn't had any issues for me. It sounds amazing. A little pricey, certainly worth it if you are trying to get something for an audiophile or become one yourself. And if you don't have a lot of space, I did a whole video on this one, so you should go check it out for sure. But the Plus audio record player is an amazing all-in-one system that is great for like a kitchen or a dorm room or somewhere that you don't have a space for a full setup, but you will pay for it. It is a little pricey, but you're paying for convenience. I'm gonna be honest and tell you guys, I am not the foremost expert on gear. So when it comes to speakers and receivers, I only know what I know, and I know what I like. And I like what I have, but I'm not going to feel comfortable recommending you guys something just to get clicks onto some link or talk to about a company, whatever it may be. I'll just tell you that I like what I have, and while they're not the cheapest option, they're definitely great. The Marantz PM7000N receiver is awesome. I love it because it can stream hi-fi audio from different streaming services, but it also allows you to turn off all digital components, so it becomes pure analog, and then you can use it to listen to your records purely analog, and I think it sounds fantastic. Does it sound as good as a classic Marantz receiver? I'm not sure. I should probably try to do a shoot out of that at some point if I can get a hold of one day. But I think this is great. I love having the versatility of being able to stream something hi-fi through my speakers that I don't have on vinyl yet, but also being able to have that full analog experience. And then these Fluence floor speakers I have are phenomenal. If you have the space for them, the quality of sound that you get from them for the price point, I think is probably unbeat. How about records? Now, it's hard to recommend someone get this record because everyone has different tastes. So what I did was I took a few of the albums from my top 100 list I did a few years ago, which there's a whole series. Check out the playlist above. It's 100 amazing recommendations. I spent a lot of time on it, so I'd love for you to check it out. But I put a couple links below of some of the top ones on the list that are not out of print. I was shocked to see a few of them have gone out of print in the past few months. But that being said, check them out below. Add them to your collection and get them for a friend. I promise you they're going to be amazing. And then we have sleeves, record sleeves. There's a couple that I like. For me, the outer sleeves I have most of my collection are the vinyl style sleeves, STYL. They're not completely crystal clear, but for the price point and the ease of availability all over the internet and in record stores, I think they're a safe bet. They're clear enough for me to be able to appreciate the jacket, but to be fair, I'm not usually appreciating the jacket when they're in the sleeve. They're just in the shelf. Like, I take it out when I go to put it on my now spinning. So ultimately, people say that they need it to be crystal clear. It's like, why? Why? I don't understand that. They do the job, they're efficient, and the cost is right, in my opinion. And then for inner sleeves, it was always Mobile Fidelity. Those were my number one pick for the inner sleeves. They have the anti-static properties, the rice paper. They're really high quality. They're nice. There's been a supply chain issue because they're becoming harder and harder to find, which is bizarre. I will say I picked up a bunch of Invest on Vinyl rice paper sleeves on Amazon. And I mean, I can't tell the difference from MoFi, to be honest. They look and feel very similar, so could be a good thing until MoFi corrects whatever supply chain issues there are. Definitely worth looking into. Protect those records. Don't leave them in the white paper sleeves. Those are going to scratch them up. How about a place to store your 7-inches? I love my Romany House 7-inch box. I probably need a second one because I have a bunch of 7-inches that are extending beyond it, but fits the records really nicely. They can etch something on the side of it for you. It's a really nice piece, and I recommend, Etsy sellers are great because you're helping a small business, which is always really nice, and they're really well made, easy to put together. How about some accessories? Essential vinyl accessories. Everyone needs a carbon fiber brush if you're into vinyl. Every time you play a record, you need to be brushing the record. You basically hold it, with the bristles against the record, and you let it spin, and you kind of slowly pull it off and let the dust kind of catch in the bristles and come off. You'll be surprised at how much debris is on every single record that you own. Even if you clean it and put it back in the sleeve and take it out again later, brush it again because you'll be surprised what kind of stuff gets on there. And for me, there's only one best in class, and that's the AudioQuest Gold brush. I have used a multitude of record brushes over the years. A lot of the ones in the $8 to $15 category are kind of crap. They fall apart, the bristles fall out, they don't actually catch the dust. It's like you really got to spend money to justify it, right? And this one I think is about $30 if I remember correctly, and it has lasted me years. There has been no issues with bristles falling. It catches the dust. The build quality is great. I think everybody should own this. Go check it out in the link below. I think that this is the number one thing a vinyl fan needs to own as an accessory. How about a gram scale? This is a nice thing to have. If you ever need to adjust your turntable's tone arm, having one of these scales specifically meant for turntables are amazing because you can drop the needle on it and it'll tell you what the tracking force is. You don't have to guess. You don't have to assume and be like, is it floating? Is it proper? You can see for sure, oh, this is set and dialed to the precise number that my cartridge is supposed to be at, and you can have peace of mind knowing that your records are going to be safely played, and they're not that expensive. Slipmats can be a fun gift too. They are everywhere in all different colors, shapes, sizes. I guess one size because they're for turntable platters and records. That being said, I am not a huge fan of felt slip mats. I feel like I prefer rubber or cork. And, fun fact, I actually just created a bunch of cork slip mats as part of the Indiegogo we did for our Too Many Records store crowdfund. And we have some more left for sale. So if you want one of these bad boys, shoot me a message, email, DM, whatever it may be. I got you. Records on the wall. There's a lot of options for this, but I found this Etsy seller does really elegant, nice work. Gives you these rails that you can put on your wall easily, and you can display your favorite records. I'm planning on using these, I think, for the record store. I really like them, so I'll link below. I think that they're beautiful looking and supposedly very easy to use. I'll do more about them once I actually get the record store set up, and I can do a video showing you guys that. And I talked about it in a previous video about traveling with records, but I know this is a little on the pricier side for a gift, but this Tucker and Bloom bag is so great. It transports records beautifully. It's really high quality, and it just it looks nice. I just love the aesthetics of it. It's my favorite travel bag, and the fact that it can take records is just, a nice perk. Finally, let's talk record clubs really quickly. I cannot with good conscience suggest Vinyl Me Please. Their prices have gotten too high, their quality has gotten too inconsistent. I'm still a member because they do occasionally have that win, but ultimately, I just don't think that they're worth subscribing to month. Vinyl Moon is a pretty cool service if you're into music discovery. Their thing is every month it's a new visual artist designing the packaging, and then it's a mixtape of up-and-coming artists of all genres, usually down-tempo, indie rock, indie folk type stuff. And, I had a bunch of their stuff. I used to be subscribed for a while, and usually there's at least a few songs on every tape that I really enjoyed. But there's also some that maybe were forgettable for me. So when shelf space is a commodity, you start to fill it up with Vinyl Moon releases that you may only like a few records from. But definitely a really cool thing to do for 3 or 6 months and get to discover new music, and the art is always stellar, so worth looking into as a gift. My favorite subscription service right now is Bandbox. It really shows that they're putting so much heart into what they're doing. Every time they do a release, it is a unique Bandbox variant of an album that's usually readily available, but it also comes with a well-written zine that talks about the artist, the band, interviews them, has like little tidbits. It has almost throwback to like the 90s feel when like magazines were really cool, and I kind of like that tactile element because much like vinyl, the reason we like it is that it's a return to form, it's a return to having something tangible, it's analog, versus just reading an article online. So I think Bandbox is doing great stuff. They're getting some killer exclusives. They got that awesome Death Cab. They just did Dashboard Confessional. They've done everything from Waxahachie to the Hold Steady to Not a Surf. Definitely check them out. They're probably my pick right now for record sub clubs. And I'll also pimp myself out. We're doing a record club for the Too Many Records store. I did a little video where I talked about some of the concepts of what I'm trying to do. It's going to be 2 curated sealed records. Everyone gets the same ones every month. I'm going to do a write-up about why I chose them, why I think they should be in your collection, and it's just a fun way to kind of experience my curation. There's also a bonus gift with every month of a random used record. It's not going to be some beater Christmas album. It's going to be something cool, and that's the mystery element that comes with it. So we're going to be doing that, and that's going to be starting up soon after the store launches. If you want to be a part of that, shoot me a note, email, DM, whatever it may be. I'll give you all the details. There's not going to be necessarily unlimited subs of this, so if you're interested in being a part of it, let me know. Those are some great gifts for vinyl fans. If I didn't own pretty much all of them, I'd go buy them right now. But check them out in the description. Go see what you like. Make sure you leave a note with any gifts I missed or any thoughts that you have on this video or anything I talked about. And there's a really good video coming next week of my top albums of the year, so look forward to that. Thank you guys so much for watching. More coming soon. Take it easy.